Yo, what up, Wolfpack? This the Blind Wolf, and we back at it again. I like to thank everybody to subscribe, like, share, comment on these videos. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All right, come on, Wolfpack, let's go on this journey. Y'all know I lost my eyesight July 7th, 2007 while I was in prison. But man, I was talking about the dorms in the last video, but man, these dudes that they sent to raid the dorms, man, these dudes wasn't no joke, man. Administration got this little team. We call them Ninja Turtles. They got all green pants on, all green boots on, all green shirts on. If they had a hat on, it was all green. And their skin, any part of their skin that was out was painted the same color green as the outfit. That, man, I'm talking about this was crazy as all outdoors. But when I tell you they snuck up on us like thieves in the night, like normally when it's some sort of a raid or they coming to search, somebody is going to see something. Somebody is going to say something to let everybody know, like, get your stuff together, they coming, blah, 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 whatever. Nah, not this time. Not this time. I'm late. Fortunately, all right, I had my bike at the time. My bike is a cell phone. But fortunately, I had my cell phone put up where I like to put it at because I created a little spot over in the dorm to be able to stash my cell phone because I'm always trying to figure out something that somebody else not doing so that they won't be thinking about going in that area if they normally seeing a bunch of people, you know, crowding up in that area to make something happen or whatever. So, make a long story short, I got the joint put up, and as I'm asleep, I get this tap on the bunk, boom, 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 boom. So I open up my eyes, man. There's somebody all green with a assault rifle in front of me, talking about don't make no sudden move, man. I'm like, man, it's crazy. So I go and I sit up, and I'm in my boxes, in my socks, and they won't let you get dressed. They ain't want you getting dressed. They wanted you just like that. They wanted you to walk on up in the bathroom, get strip search and all that stuff like that, and then they'll send you back on out to the yard after they check your clothes and all that other stuff, and then they search the dorm. I'm talking about, man, when we came back in there, they had so much stuff all over the place, it wasn't even funny. But one of the things that I did get a chance to see was the little dude that they had with them. They had this little dude with them. This no bull crap. This dude couldn't have been 120 pounds with the equipment on. Now, check this out. This, you know, they got them ceilings where it look like it's styrofoam, and it don't seem like a human body should be crawling across this ceiling. Man, this dude was so light he could crawl from one side of that joint to the other side, and if you had stuff up there, he going to get it straight like that. And that's what he did. He come from up out of that joint with a couple trash bags filled up with stuff and took that stuff and sat that stuff down there on the table. And ain't nobody really get locked up like that because they couldn't really pin nothing on nobody, but they definitely locked us down for a little while. And that wasn't the person that wasn't the only time that they came over there. They come over there a couple times, especially when they was over there investigating the stuff for the gang stuff, when I did a video about how they raided for the certain organization that's down here that they was looking into. But they was a part of that too. They came in there and they did a big search too. So man, these dudes was serious though. But I say that to say they got this team out. We call them Ninja Turtles. And these Ninja Turtles did not play no games. When they come rushing and they ain't bluffing. They gonna strip the dorm. They gonna strip the cell. They gonna strip the cell block. If you got something in there, you better flush it or have it in the most secure stash spot known to man, because they gonna find it. And if they find it on you, you're definitely getting charged. You're definitely getting charged. Man, I seen a dude try to take off and run because he still had his cell phone and his dip, and they was in front of him. Man, they crushed him. I'm talking about crushed him. As soon as he went to take off, one of them grabbed him. Other one hit him like in his leg with the gun, and when he hit his knee kind of like jerked back, man, they flipped the dude upside down, slam on it. I'm talking about put work in on him instantly. And this was viciously done. I'm talking about they brutally beat him. But He actually took the cell phone and hummed it and threw it up against the wall and it broke. But yeah, they broke him at he did that. They dragged him on up in the bathroom. They beat him a little bit more, and next thing you know, they had him, you know, handcuffed on up, taking him on the body. I ain't never seen him no more. Never seen him no more. I don't know if he stayed over on lockup the whole time or they sent him somewhere else. But yeah, these dudes was crazy, man. And when I tell you, if you think you gonna hide something, they taking everything apart. They taking the exit sign apart, the doorknobs, anything that looked like it could be taken apart, they are taking it apart. Pieces of stuff in the bathroom that look like it's been bent up, man, they gonna pop all of it off and they going up in there and then they gonna seal it back up the way it's supposed to be with no access. Like, yeah, and then I'm talking about they had us locked down for a minute. They had us locked down for a couple days sitting up in there and it's scorching hot. You got dudes that, and they basically had us on bunk restriction when these dudes hit the dorm. When they hit the dorms, now when they was over in the cell block areas, we was still able to move around, but they didn't have outside rec for us. But we was still able to move around in the dorms. But when they came over there to raid them dorms, them couple days they stayed up in Metro Building, man, they had us on lockdown. I'm talking about we couldn't get up off our bunks. It was scorching hot up in there. Couldn't take no showers and stuff like that because they cut the water off. They only cut the water on at a certain point in time for everybody to be able to get a certain amount of water to get their shower and get back over to their... Yeah, man, it was vicious. But the Ninja Turtle team didn't play no games. And this is something that I went through while I was in prison, and I could barely see my hand in front of my face. I could barely see my hand in front of my face. So when I wake up and I'm seeing like a piece of a green body in front of me, like it kind of threw me off at first for real. Like it really threw me off. And I got to squint a little bit and kind of like put you together. So as I'm squinting, I'm like, oh man, what in the world is going on up in here? But man, you gotta put it into mind like how you think you would feel if you was already visually impaired and you going through a whole lot of different ups and downs, whatever in life, and you wake up and you see somebody green in front of you. Like, it had me thinking, like, I'm really about to start seeing people green. Like, that was my instant thought, like, man, this is a crazy, crazy day for real. But my when I seen, like, my cube buddies, the dudes that slept up in there, and I seen them in their normal colors, I was kind of like, coming back to the visualization, like, oh, I'm not seeing things crazier than what I'm actually seeing things, man. That was a crazy, crazy incident. But I definitely had to talk about, you know, the Ninja Turtles and how they raided, you know, A-Dorm when I first got over there and I was losing my eyesight, and I actually thought people were turning green because these people was in all green, painted green with these big green assault rifles, and they in there ready to get action done, and they ready to put in that work no matter what, who it is, straight like that. But remember this: 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Man, if I'd have kept myself from up out of prison, I wouldn't have been going through no crazy stuff like that. First of all, waking up seeing nobody green. Waking up seeing nobody, I'm talking about total body green. Like this type of stuff is things that's going to stay with you until the end of time. The end of time. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. So just because you see something one way don't mean that that's the way that it is. And just because I saw that dude was green did not mean that he was green for real. But this is a real life story. This is what I went through in my lifetime. And I don't want y'all to go through these things out there. So stay y'all bust from up out of prison. Keep yourself in the mindset that your life means something. You out here with a purpose. living for a purpose, and you're going to strive for that purpose. Keep that in your heart. Keep that in your mind. Stay strong. Remember, y'all getting this big love from the Blind Wolf. I want y'all to stay from up out them prison walls. Stay actively involved in the lives of your family. Don't turn your back on them. Make sure that you understand if you got somebody with a disability in your family, they may really need you a lot more than what you think they do. And don't take their disability for granted, because they may actually be going through some stuff that they not even letting their closest person know. Because it's hard to trust when you going through some different things in life, as far as being disabled in different types of facets. But by me being a visually impaired, blind person, I went from being visually impaired to blind. Trust is something that is very, very rare in my life. So y'all make it y'all business to be in these people corners, because they need somebody out here for them. And check this out. Your boy here for you, Blind Wolf. I ain't never gonna break, gonna bend no fold. I'm out here making these videos to share the lifestyle that I had to live as a blind man, surviving inside a prison, surviving the streets, and growing. But we gotta come together and realize that there are people inside of them prison walls that's still going through the stuff that I went through inside them prison walls. Disabled, dealing with, you know, attack teams that will attack you. If you notice, I didn't call them tactical teams. I called them attack teams, because that's what they will do. They will attack you and they will brutalize you at any cost. At any cost. So be involved in the lives of the people that you may have incarcerated with a disability, especially because they not gonna show no mercy to that situation. Y'all be strong. Remember, like I said, y'all getting this big love from the Blind Wolf. And guess what? My man Marcus Aurelius also said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So y'all have some happy thoughts, have some quality thoughts, do some big things for yourself, stay purpose-filled, big love. 410, we in the building. Wolf.